Bande Matram, good morning, welcome all of you. The topic we are going to discuss right now in on the egocentric man. The egocentric man, that is the topic of discussion for this morning. It is from Sri Aurobindo. Aham, Ahankar, this ego entirely covers the man, and this man is turning egocentric, lives only for himself, thinks only of himself, moves only with himself. Himself, he, nothing but he is the only resource, top of his life. Excluding it, he can't liberate himself. He encages himself inside the bounds of this egoism, egocentrism, and there is no escape. Okay, it is mine, I will do something for mine, it is my child, it is my family, it is my wife, everything is me and myself, nothing but that one. And to get rid of these thoughts, one has to live in the spirit, psychic. That is what the requirement. Once you live in your psychic being, this egocentrism will find no place, because ego exists in the limits, and it perishes once this limit is crossed over. That is what the situation, that is what the scenario. And here the topic we are going to handle right now, of course, in brief, this is on egocentric man. Ego, in other words, you can find that creates that is an obstacle in sadhana. It creates brings obstacle in sadhana. So this egocentric man feels and takes things as they affect him. Thinks and sees, feels and takes things that way in which it really affects him. Does not please him or displease. That's why he sees in dual nature, in by ways, two ways. Does not please him or displease him. Give gladness or pain. Flatter my pride, vanity, ambition, or hurt it. How it is working. I'll say it again. Number one, pleases or displeases, gives gladness or pain, second. Third, flatter pride, vanity, ambition, or hurt. Fourth, satisfy my desire or thwart them, etc. In many ways, he looks at the things in a very minute way, very clear way. Whether I'll try to quote it again, this is your attitude. If you are egocentric, you must think that way. If you are freed from that clause, you will be happy, because at least something is done. Couple of steps you have moved forward. Whether it pleases or displeases, number one. Gives me gladness or pain, that is second. Third is flatter my pride, vanity, and ambition, or hurt it. Then fourth, satisfy my desire or third them. This is what, in those vision, really he finds the things how it is really working. The unegoistic man, on the other hand, this is the egoistic in the initial page we can find. The unegoistic man, the man without any egoistic attitude, does not look at things like that. He is totally different. How it is? He looks and sees, looks to see things, what things are in themselves, really what they possess, how really they are. In that vision, he looks and finds himself, feels himself in that way, and would be how it is and how it would be if he were not there. Now, what is their meaning really? He finds them. So, what is the real meaning of that? How it looks? How really it is? How they fit into the scheme of things, or else he feels calm, equal, and refers everything to the divine. That is what. Everything, whatever I find, whatever I feel, that is not the real thing, but everything what I feel in themselves, what I see inwardly, everything must be. He offers to the divine. He offers to the divine everything, equal, refers everything to the divine. There can be many points of view which are not egocentric. which are not egocentric. We find ego in all, but so many things are left out which are devoid of egocentrism. That's what will be visualized only by him who is a non-egoist. Egoist man only sees the one side, but bearing that side, leaving that side, so many things are there which the egocentric man in his own concept, own visualization is unable to find, unable to see. For that actually it has to move that way. So many things which may be visualized in the vision of the non-centrism, non-egoist, non-centric, non-egoist. So this is the person, you can see how really you are. Like this guru is sending two persons, two disciples. You go. So first one is given the charge. You go and find a good man in the world. He is going, going, looking around, asking for something, but finally returns back and reports the guru. Sir, I could not be able to find a good man. Not at all. It was not possible. Nobody is there. I could not be able to find even a one good person. Okay, your job is gone. You go. Second disciple is second sisya, disciple is asked. You go and find a bad man in the society, in the world at large. He goes, moves here and there, looks here and there, looks around, talks with people, moves with people, works with people, and comes back being disappointed. What happened? Sir, I could not be able to trace even a single person with a bad attitude. Guru smiles. Some same guru is the same, disciple are the same, teaching is same, outlook is same, that suggestion is the same, wording is the same, and what job is same. Only someone is going and not able to find a good man, and another is moving around, and returns back, not being able to detach something, who is actually a bad person. So against your window goes forward little bit ahead. Self-justification keeps the wrong movement going. Self-justification keeps the wrong movement going. Suppose you are doing something wrong and you justify, self-justify them. And so this will be compounding like anything. There will be no ending to it. Self-justification keeps the wrong movement going because it gives mental support. Support. Yes, I am doing the right. Whatever I do, I think, I feel it is right. So self-justification is always the sign of ego and ignorance. Self-justification, justifying the self. It is the sign of ego and ignorance. You must know. So there is no chance of perishing the self, the wrong things, wrongdoings. Rather, it compounds on. It actually it multiplies. When one has to one has a wider consciousness, then comes the change. Suppose you are little bit wider, like six people going to be six blind people, they are going to see the how the elephant is. So they are having different views, they are different versions. So for that actually what you have, the real man who is standing on the upper consciousness, like little bit above the layer and observing all these things and they are doing, he feels that he is in a rather in a wider consciousness, finds one knows that each one has his own way of looking at things. Each one has his own way of looking at things and finds in that way his own justification. Looking at things and finds the justification, I mean comparing and getting the conclusion in his own way. It has got the freedom and it happens. So both parties are in a quarrel, believe themselves to be in the right. Quarrel. In a quarrel, I think one way and you think another way. So when I am in my side and you are in your side, no problem. When we come and our interest, vested interest, quarrels there, wages war, then starts the problem. It clashes among each other and the quarrel starts. And believe themselves to be right. Everybody, I am right, he feels he is right. It is only when one looks from above in a consciousness. Already I have told you, these six blind men, they are standing on a floor in one plane of consciousness. They find they are blind, not able to visualize the things clearly. And somebody standing above in a higher consciousness looks everything clearly. He finds everything, all are unjustified, and all are making errors, mistakes. Till then they are quarreling among themselves. Then this man actually it stands, justifies, analyzes. But don't take it for granted that he is simply a little bit higher in consciousness, but actually he is not wholeheartedly can be taken for granted that he knows everything. So it is only when one looks above in a consciousness clear of ego, consciousness clear of ego, if that happens, in a consciousness clear of ego, that one can see all side of things and also get their real truth. Real truth he can get when somebody has risen above the consciousness. So this man only can be able to know what is the truth, what is the hidden truth, what is the real truth that is kept in between. So that is the time, that is the format, and you have to visualize it. This error you have to show, you have to go. Egocentrism, it is no way good at all. You must think of. Third, Sri Aurobindo goes a little bit forward. It is a petty ego in each that allows to discover and to talk about the real and unreal defects of others. It is not your duty to find a defect upon others. Somebody, one factory is being opened, some people are working there. Some people work wholeheartedly like anything, they labor good, they are doing progressive work and all wholeheartedly, without delay, without neglect. They are doing the things. But some are there, they are coming on the right 11 at the 11th moment only. They are not interested in work, neglecting the work, not doing anything. Simply they are doing the politics. Coming at the 11th moment, signing the register and going back. At the end of the month, on the very salary day, they are coming and getting the good salary. Seeing this, some people went and complained against the owner or the manager. These people are working but getting their salary. How is it possible? But we are being neglected. We keep all the time 24 means around the contacted work we have done. But what is this reason? Then this manager or the owner clarifies. You have got any problem? You have worked hard, okay, you are getting promotion, your service is actually getting accentuated, it is you are in a good sign, your salary is not cut, you are getting good salary, for overtime you are getting as per contract money you are getting, yes. So you concentrate upon your work, and your it is not your duty to look what other people are doing. That is their headache. It is what the management will see, the owner will see. Don't never complain. That's what. Real or unreal defects of others. It is not your duty. The ego has no right to judge them. Your ego has no right to judge them. Once you see that, you will be derailed, you will be out of track, your work will be diminished, your hobbies, you means instead of concentrating upon works, you are more concentrating upon the faults of others. That is not your rule, because it has not the right to view the right point. Ego has the problem here, not to view the right thing, right view or the right spirit. That is the problem with ego. So it is only the calm, disinterested, dispassionate, all compassionate, all loving spirit that can judge and see rightly the strength and weakness of the being. Very interesting. Sri Aurobindo has clarified in a very crystal clear manner. So what initially Sri Aurobindo said, it is not your duty to judge the others, because that capacity, that vision is lacking in you. So when you are done, this what beautiful line was there. So it is not the right view or the right spirit to judge others. It is not, nothing is given to you for that. What you have to do, it is only the calm, number one, the calm, second, disinterested, third, dispassionate, four, all compassionate, five, all loving spirit. All loving spirit, these are the five great categories. Calm, disinterested, third, dispassionate, fourth, all compassionate, five, all loving spirit that can judge and see rightly the strength and weakness of the being. Judge and see rightly the strength and the weakness of the divine. Have you got that? No, because you are egocentric. It entirely your being is filled with packed with ego. Your inward and outward things are packed with ego. Ego, nothing but the ego you are going to see. So leave this egocentrism. Be clear, aspire, and reject the bad forces which are affecting you. Then you will be able to see everything in a very crystal clear, very plain vision that is helpful to you and to the environment at large. Dhanyavad.